Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar News. Today's update brings one of the most anticipated and buzzworthy developments in the global currency space. Across financial circles and online forums, a surge of interest has reignited speculation around a potential revaluation of both the Iraqi dinar and the Vietnamese dong. What's stirring the excitement this time? Heavyweight financial institutions like J.P. Morgan and Wells Fargo are no longer staying silent. Their recent projections have set off major conversations and could redefine how investors approach foreign currencies in 2025. The growing momentum surrounding the Iraqi dinar has many believing that we might be on the brink of a major monetary shift. According to credible reports, J.P. Morgan has projected that the dinar could climb as high as $0.38, a valuation that has certainly caught the attention of seasoned and new investors alike. This isn't just speculation floating around anonymous message boards. It's a forecast from one of the most respected global financial firms, based on tangible indicators like Iraq's strengthening economic landscape. Years of rebuilding and reform have created a foundation that appears more capable than ever of supporting a stronger national currency. For early adopters who acquired dinar while the exchange rate was low, this could potentially mean a life-altering return. And the buzz doesn't stop there. Vietnam's national currency, the dong, is making waves of its own. Analysts at Wells Fargo have floated a new target of $0.05, a huge leap from its current valuation. The Vietnamese dong, like the dinar, has been viewed as a speculative opportunity by many, but with Vietnam's rapid industrial growth and massive foreign direct investment inflows, the idea of a significant appreciation no longer seems far-fetched. So why now? Why are these major banking institutions shifting their focus to currencies previously dismissed by traditional financial markets? A closer look at recent policy shifts and economic improvements in Iraq and Vietnam offers some clues. Iraq has made noteworthy progress modernizing its financial systems, expanding oil exports, and establishing stronger ties with global institutions. There are even ongoing discussions about Iraq gaining World Trade Organization membership, something that would have been considered unlikely just a few years ago. J.P. Morgan's estimated dinar value of $0.38 isn't arbitrary. It's reportedly based on several measurable factors, including Iraq's substantial oil reserves, improved debt ratios, and a healthy uptick in foreign currency reserves. The consistent oil output and price stability only strengthen this outlook. More reserves and better monetary policies contribute to the expectation that Iraq's currency may be on the verge of a meaningful upward shift. Those who invested when the dinar was severely undervalued could see returns that far exceed typical market performance. Turning to Vietnam, Wells Fargo's assessment of $0.05 for the dong might seem modest at first glance, but for anyone who bought at rock-bottom prices, the potential gains are substantial. Vietnam's transformation into a global manufacturing hub, particularly as many companies pivot away from reliance on China, adds further weight to the currency's potential. For years, the dong has been considered undervalued, but with the country's rising economic influence, global analysts are beginning to see a revaluation as not only plausible, but possibly overdue. Currency revaluations are never impulsive events. They require deliberate actions, policy tightening, and often behind-the-scenes adjustments by national financial institutions. In Iraq, we're seeing the rollout of modernized banking protocols and adoption of digital payment infrastructure that aligns with international standards. Vietnam has similarly adopted stricter monetary controls and improved transparency in its economic reporting, moves that usually signal readiness for currency adjustment. For anyone new to this kind of investment, it's important to break things down. Imagine someone bought 1 million Iraqi dinar at an extremely low rate. If the revaluation pushes the rate to $0.38, the return could be in the millions. The same logic applies to the dong. While both are considered penny currencies by many, the appeal lies in the massive upside potential. But that potential must be balanced with realism. These projections are not guarantees. Being informed and cautious is key. Currency speculation can swing in both directions. A price surge is exciting, but downturns are equally possible. Always invest funds you can afford to lose. And don't fall into the trap of chasing online hype. Analyze data, watch central bank actions, consult with professionals if possible, avoid rumors and make educated choices backed by research and verified financial trends. As the curiosity grows, many investors want to know the safest way to participate. Dinars and dongs can be purchased through licensed currency exchange centers, commonly found at international airports or major commercial areas. Online services are also widely available, but due diligence is critical. Look for verified dealers with solid customer feedback. Avoid any platform that promises unrealistic returns or lacks transparency. Building a network within the investor community can also be a tremendous asset. Numerous online groups and discussion boards are dedicated to sharing updates, personal experiences, and warnings related to the IQD and VND. These communities can be invaluable. What one person discovers might protect others from fraud, and a single success story could highlight a trustworthy platform. If you're serious about navigating the foreign currency landscape, don't go it alone. Ask questions, contribute what you learn, and help build a collective knowledge base. A question that frequently arises is why most major banks still avoid handling the Iraqi dinar. The reason is rooted in risk. Traditional financial institutions tend to favor currencies with a track record of stability and international acceptance. Iraq's history of sanctions, conflict, and currency volatility has made many institutions hesitant. However, that perception is beginning to shift. There are increasing signs that banks in the Middle East may soon begin processing IQD transactions. Should that occur, it would be a pivotal step toward broader global adoption and recognition. It's critical to emphasize the role of patience in all of this. Even with optimistic projections from firms like JP Morgan and Wells Fargo, these events don't unfold overnight. Revaluations are complex undertakings that involve international diplomacy, government coordination, and shifts in monetary policy. If you're already holding these currencies, don't allow every rumor to rattle your nerves. Stay grounded, follow reputable news sources, and avoid impulsive decisions. For those just entering the space, there's still time to engage. Just ensure you do so with balanced expectations and proper planning. Veteran investors often recommend diversifying your portfolio. Putting every dollar into IQD or VND may seem tempting, but it's rarely wise to rely on a single investment vehicle. Consider diversifying into assets like real estate, blue-chip stocks, precious metals such as gold, or even cautiously into cryptocurrency. This spread helps manage risk. If one investment underperforms, others can help soften the impact. The key is to grow your wealth steadily, rather than gambling everything on a single big win. Another vital area to be cautious about is security. Whether you're purchasing in person or online, always verify the legitimacy of the transaction. Insist on proper documentation and receipts. Avoid deals that require you to pay using untraceable or risky methods like unverified wire transfers or digital wallets unless you are absolutely confident in the party you're dealing with. Scams do happen in this space, especially targeting first-time buyers. If anything seems suspicious or too good to be true, it probably is. Trust your instincts and take steps to protect your identity and your capital. Let's zoom out for a moment and reflect on the bigger picture. If JP Morgan's prediction for the dinar and Wells Fargo's outlook for the dong both come true, we could be standing before two of the most significant financial opportunities of this decade. But success in this field doesn't come from speculation alone. It comes from being prepared, staying informed, and making moves based on evidence, not emotion. No single voice, no matter how credible, should be your only guide. While JP Morgan and Wells Fargo carry enormous weight in global finance, they are part of a larger ecosystem of economists, financial journalists, policymakers, and global analysts who all contribute to the broader outlook. The smartest investors take time to examine multiple sources, weigh different perspectives, and construct strategies based on a full picture of the financial landscape. And finally, never stop learning. The world of foreign currency trading is vast, fast-moving, and filled with both promise and pitfalls. Staying informed is not a one-time task, it's a daily discipline. Whether it's reading economic indicators, following government policy changes, or simply checking in with your trusted investor community, knowledge will always be your most valuable asset. Thank you for tuning in to Iraqi Dinar News. Today's RV alert has underscored just how close we may be to a pivotal moment in currency valuation. Will the dinar and dirham truly reach the levels predicted by global banks? Only time will reveal the answer. But the conversation is well underway, and your preparation could make all the difference. If you found today's insights helpful, we invite you to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Are you invested in the IQD or VND? How do you feel about these projections? We look forward to hearing your perspectives. Until next time, keep watching the markets and stay ahead of the curve.